Hi, in my last video we mentioned how Allah abrogated what Satan had thrown in the Quran and on the mouth of Muhammad, the fake prophet of Islam. Satan could play with the Quran, so Allah needed to abrogate what Satan has done to the Quran. But that's not only it, right? There are many more surahs that contain abrogation. And we did some digging, so we did some research, and we came to a conclusion that there are a total number of 71 surahs that contain abrogation. عدد السور التي جاء فيها المنسوخات هو 71 سورة 71 سورة. The total number of surahs in the Quran that contain abrogation is 71 surahs. That's more than half of the Quran, because there are 114 chapters and 71 of the surahs contain abrogation. Imagine, guys. Look how many times Allah is changing his mind. This cannot be God. The true God, the true living God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will never change his mind. Muslims love to use excuses, and they will say, no, Islam is not the only religion that contains abrogation. They love to lie, they love to use deception, they love to use taqiyya to attack other beliefs, other books. And they love to lie to people who don't know about the Bible, for example. They love to lie and say, the Bible has also abrogation, which is a total false claim, a lie and deception about our Bible. So, Tafsir ibn Kathir, volume 1, page 104. If we go to the first volume, on page 104, it says the following. So there are only 43 surahs in the Quran that contain no abrogation, but there are 71 that do have abrogation in them. So 114 minus 71, we get 43 only without abrogation. And according to Tafsir ibn Kathir, volume 1, page 104, as we mentioned earlier, there are ayahs in the Quran that are changed. There are ayahs that are replaced. There are ayahs that are completely wiped out from the Quran. Like, for example, where in the Sahih Hadith, it mentions that the goat of Aisha came and ate 2 ayahs. The ayah of adult breastfeeding, 5 times, 10 times, and ayahs of stoning people who commit adultery. And there are ayahs that are still exist in the Quran, but the ruling is abrogated. So you can find the Quranic ayahs, they are inside the Quran, but the ruling of it is abrogated. And there are ayahs in Quran where halal became haram. This is not my own words, this is according to Tafsir ibn Kathir. Yes, you heard it correctly. And there's another example where it says the following: the types of nasakh, the types of abrogation. Abrogation of, by. According to the majority, Jumhur view, the Quran and the Sunnah may be abrogated by themselves or by one another. Abrogation may be once again classified into the following varieties: abrogation of the Quran by the Quran itself, abrogation of Sunnah by the Sunnah, so basically hadith that abrogate other hadith, abrogation of Quran by the Sunnah, so Quran can abrogate hadith, and abrogation of hadith of Muhammad by the Quran. So even hadith, guys, can abrogate Quran. For example, how Omar abrogated chapter 4, ayah 24. Omar abrogating the mut'ah of Allah, chapter 4, ayah 24. So Islam is nothing but a satanic cult. Allah is nothing but a God who cannot make up his mind. He loves to change his mind every second. Hence, he is not our God. A true God true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will never ever changes his mind. And as we said, Muslims love to attack other beliefs or religions and say, but all the holy books have some sort of type of abrogation, which is a total lie. This is taqiyya, deception, to basically justify the abrogation in the Quran, because Quran is nothing but a fake book from Satan. They love to attack other holy books like the Torah or the Injil to justify the problem that is inside Islam. Let me give you a couple of examples of the abrogation inside the Quran. So basically, Allah is the alter ego of Muhammad, right? We know that. Like Clark Kent is for Superman. So whenever Muhammad is inside a candy store, for example, he will drop the lollipop, the popsicle, and he will say to his mom, "Mom, I want a ice cream. I want an ice cream. I like an ice cream." So his mom buys an ice cream instead of a popsicle or a lollipop, right? So let me give you an example how Allah changes his mind. If we go to chapter 29, ayah 46, it says, "And do not argue with the people of the scripture, except in a way that is best, except for those whom commit injustice among them, and say, we believe in that which has been revealed to us and revealed to you, and our God and your God is one." Wait a second. Since when is the God of the Bible the same God of the Quran? This is a total lie, but that's off topic, right? Because our God is not the best of deceivers. Al-Makir, right? Our God does not love to misguide anyone like Allah does. Allah can misguide even Muslims according to Islam. But that's, like I said, off topic. So here you see in the following ayah, in chapter Ali Imran, chapter 3, ayah 19, it says, "Indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam." Wait a second, what happened to the last ayah? The only religion is Islam. But here in the last ayah, you said that the Jews and the Christians, the people of the scripture, Ahl al-Kitab, share the same God. Don't argue with them, right? Do not argue with the people of the scripture. So here, this ayah, guys, ayah 29, from chapter 29, ayah 46, has been abrogated by this one. The only religion of Allah is Islam. Did you catch it? This is one of the examples where you can find abrogation in the Quran. And there are many, right? Let me give you another example of abrogation in the Quran. If we go to chapter 2, Surah Al-Baqarah, ayah 62, it says the following: "Indeed, those who believed and those who were Jews or Christians or Sabians," forget about what is inside the brackets because that's a false translation from this comeback Sahih International. So, "Indeed, those who believed and those who were Jews or Christians or Sabians, those who believed in Allah and the last day and did righteousness, will have their reward with their Lord, and no fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve." So the Jews and the Christians and the Sabians, they are believers, right? And there's no need for them to fear. They should not be concerned, and they will not grieve. Wait a second. So according to this ayah, guys, Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, ayah 62, we should not fear. We are believers. But wait a second, let me show you how this ayah has been abrogated. Chapter 3, ayah 85. Again, Surah Ali Imran, chapter 3, ayah 85, it says, "And whoever desires other than Islam as religion, never will it be accepted for him, and he in the hereafter will be among the losers." So this ayah abrogates this ayah, right? Here it says that we, Jews and the Christians and the Sabians, right? They should not have any fear, or they should not be concerned, and nor will they grieve, right? So we should not be afraid. But this ayah abrogates it. We will be losers here. So Allah, make up your mind, man. Prophet of Islam, you're nothing but a kid inside a candy store, changing your mind every second. Allah, are you a kid or are you a God? Muslims, you need to think and decide for yourself. Wake up, Muslims. This cannot be the true God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is a false God who changes his mind more than a kid inside a candy store. Guys, thank you for watching. Please download this video, share it on social media, share it on your YouTube account. And thank you for watching. God bless.